Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be hopping into the next episode of my Let's Play Clash Royale series where we are finally ready to make the move to level 8 on this account by upgrading our Giant up to level 6. Now first, let's take a look at our highest amount of trophies as a level 7, and we ended up getting to 2388. I think that was using my Hog Rider cycle deck, and honestly I'm at 2370 right now using the Sparky deck, so I'm pretty close to breaking that record anyways, but 2388 on a level 7 account feels pretty good to me. I don't think I've ever played another level 7 up this high, so feels good. But let's go ahead and upgrade our Giant up to level 6, and that's going to be our final rare inside of our deck to upgrade to level 6. So our commons are level 8, our rares are level 6, and of course we do have that Sparky as our one and only legendary card, and that upgrade gives us the 100 XP that we need to get up to level 8 and give both our King Towers and Arena Towers a pretty significant boost. Now, it doesn't seem like much, but getting that extra damage and HP on the towers makes a difference inside of so many battles that come down to the wire, so I'm really happy to get that done, and now we can continue grinding our way through level 8 for the foreseeable future. Now, with things I want to do at level 8, I want to upgrade some more of my cards that I'm not using inside of my deck. I think there's a lot of commons and rares that are a little bit under leveled, so I want to make sure I get my commons up to at least level 6 and my rares up to level 4. All of those upgrades are 400 gold and less, so I want to make sure I do all of those, as well as all my epics up to level 2. And besides that, that might give me like 400 XP. I'm still going to be 4,600 away from level 9, so I might as well get those done. But let's go ahead and start off another battle. Now again, I'm only, like 18 trophies away from a new trophy record, so I'm feeling pretty good about picking up a win. Looks like our very first battle as a level 8 is going to be against a level 9, and my boy Mamali is going to hook me up with a fat W, it looks like. Dude, Mamali, I know you're a subscriber. I know you must have known that I just hit level 8 on this account, and you want me to get that crown chest. I'm showing love to you. It looks like he's not going to be coming back, and seeing as he's at 2,396 trophies, we're going to get a fairly decent amount, and we're going to be able to blast his Arena Tower and his King Tower down with our Sparky. So a free win. What a way to celebrate hitting level 8 on this account. The Sparky's going to make quick work of that tower, as well as the Giant and the Musketeer. So 3 crowns off the beginning. I feel like we should just retire as a level 8. I'm still going to throw him a good game. Thank you, Mamali, my #1 subscriber, for hooking me up with 3 straight crowns, or 3 free crowns, as well as 32 trophies, giving us a new trophy record on this account, and that's definitely a great way to start off level 8, as well as get that gold chest. So opening up that gold chest, let's get into another battle. That one I guess didn't really count. Going off against King Dalbert, I'm hoping that he goes AFK as well, but I highly doubt that, and let me just take a look at my starting hand and see what I want to play. Now, ideally with this deck, what I want to do, the 2 cards I want to have in the very beginning are the Elixir Collector and the Cannon, and then the 3rd card I want to have is the Valkyrie. So the order in which I'm going to play them is I'm going to play the Elixir Collector, and then depending on how quickly he plays his cards to go on the offensive, I'm going to play my Cannon and Valkyrie. So since he played a Giant, which is a really slow card, I'm going to play my Valkyrie first to make sure my Cannon doesn't die before anything happens. And now we can start assembling a counter push, and he really shouldn't be able to do any damage to my tower. So as you can see, things went really well. I've got a Giant Valkyrie and Musketeer combo going to his side of the map, and since he played his own Elixir Collector, that means that he's not going to have too much to deal with my push. Now it looks like the Zap's going to work on both the Musketeer as well as the tower. His Valkyrie is level 7, so it's going to tear through all of my troops, but take a look at how much damage we did to that right-hand tower. It's all the way down to 507, so let's go ahead and play our Valkyrie on defense to kill the goblins as well as his Valkyrie. And notice my placement. I placed my Valkyrie so close to the tower that my tower actually was able to get in range of his Musketeer, so that was just a little bit of a strategic placement I had right there. You can rewind it like a second, or I guess a couple seconds if you want, to see exactly why I did that, to make sure that his Musketeer was in range of my tower, but just a nifty little trick that saved me a little bit of damage onto my tower, and with a minute and a half left in this game, things are looking awfully good. Now, one bad thing about this deck is that we don't have very much direct damage, so if we have like a couple of HP left on the King Tower, there's really not too much we can do except for play maybe our Zap, which only does like 60 damage. So let's go ahead and get a big push going. Again, he's got his own Giant, which is going to step in the way. My Giant is going to go do some work on his tower, and since I zapped it down, it's going to go all the way down to 43 HP, which is in zap range. So now that we can zap his tower, I'm not too really worried about the right-hand side. I do want to go for the crown chest though, which is why I love this deck so much. The Sparky is so good for getting you crown chests and those 3 crown and 2 crown victories. So let's go ahead and switch up, go to the left-hand lane, and I played a Sparky instead of an Elixir Pump right there. I didn't mean to play that Sparky. I meant to play an Elixir Pump instead, so the Sparky's going to go down the left-hand lane, which means I'm a little bit dry on this right-hand side. So let's go ahead and zap and Fire Spirit down that Musketeer. Meanwhile, our Sparky's going to lock on to his Valkyrie in just a second. Should be able to blast it down to like 1 HP. And seeing as my Musketeer's running down the right-hand lane, I was hoping she'd be able to finish off that tower. But he's being pretty tricky with that right-hand side and not giving me that free crown. But things are okay. We've still got plenty of defense over here. Fire Spirit's going to kill that Musketeer. Zap's going to go ahead and take out that right-hand King Tower. And unfortunately for us, we're not going to be able to pick up that second crown, but still almost a completely flawless victory, except for maybe a couple of tower hits on the right-hand lane. And that's going to wrap it up for a very easy win. So 2 straight wins after hitting level 8 feels really good. Obviously, those pushes feel really good to defend against. Now that my arena towers do more damage, you guys might have noticed compared to like a previous video, the giant might get a hit off against my tower, but now that both my towers are pelting down the giant with more damage, it's working extremely well. And let's go ahead and hop into one more battle against Toby and see if we can cap off an undefeated day at level 8. Now, this isn't the most ideal hand, but the Sparky is a fine starter card. Normally, if I have the Giant and Sparky in my hand, let's say I have Giant, Sparky, Fire Spirits, and Zap, I like to start with the Sparky first because it's a little bit better on defense, obviously, than the Giant. Now, this dude has a level 2 Princess. That's going to be so obnoxious to deal with. It's going to be tough. Meanwhile, Fire Spirit's going to take out those minions right there. He will zap down my Sparky, so it's not going to get any hits off against the tower. But definitely an interesting start to the game, and we're going to be in for a little bit of a doozy. Most of his other cards only have a 1 level advantage on me, so it's definitely a doable battle. His commons are level 9, mine are level 8, his commons are level 7, mine are level 6, so 1 level definitely isn't the end of the world. It's just a matter of dealing with that level 2 princess. That princess is going to be so obnoxious. I don't have a single card in my deck that can deal with it. I don't have Fireball, I don't have poison, I don't have arrows, I don't have anything. So meanwhile, let's make sure we take out this Hog Rider over here. I was hoping my Sparky would turn around and smack that Hog Rider in the face. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but still, the good damage from my crown towers, my crown towers were able to take out the Hog Rider before it really did anything to my tower. So at this point, I'm just trying to gather up an elixir advantage. There's nothing too much I can do. I'm sure he's going to play the Royal Giant on me, and I don't have the cannon right now. The thing against playing people like Toby, who run the Royal Giant and the Hog Rider, means you can only play your cannon against one of those. So instead, I sort of have to improvise with my Sparky right here and to predict that he's going to be playing his card down the left-hand lane. Now, Sparky's going to go down. Doesn't look like he played anything in time. I do have a massive elixir lead right now, but it's just a matter of what I can do with it. He is a great counter to my Sparky by having this app. Plus, he has, well, actually, it looks like he's got a Hog Rider going down the lane. Plus, he has those minions, which are annoying to deal with. Okay, he has level 10 Barbarians, which are going to be even more annoying. So meanwhile, Hog Rider did work on my tower. My Giant's trying to do its best to respond. And we actually ended up taking his tower down to 1127, which really ended up being okay. That's much better than I thought, but here comes a Royal Giant, and seeing as my Sparky's out of position, it's not going to be able to target the Royal GG in time, and that means that this tower is going to be all but dead. My cannon's going to try its best. It's going to target the princess afterwards. My Sparky's doing work down the left-hand lane. It's not going to be able to hit the tower, I'm guessing, because he's going to play something like, of course, the Spear Goblins, and since I'm getting desperate, there's only 20 seconds left in this battle. I'm dropping my Giants with really not too much else to follow it up, because I know that only a single Royal Giant means the game's going to be over down the right-hand lane. Notice what I do. I'm giving up the right-hand side because there's no possible way I could defend it. Instead, I'm getting aggressive for this left-hand lane, hoping that I'm able to pull off a last-second miracle, but it doesn't look like that's going to be able to happen. My Zap spell is just out of range of hitting both the Wizard and the Tower, and with a couple seconds left, we definitely would have been able to tie it up with just 5 more seconds on the clock. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So good game against Toby. We did our best, but it was sort of hard to deal with both the Royal Giant as well as the Hog Rider when I only had a single cannon and I was underleveled. So still, things are definitely okay. And yeah, that is pretty much it for these battles. Our first loss at level 8, but really not too shabby. The level 2 princess, a little bit of a pain in the butt, but still 4 crowns inside of our crown chest, 2,400 trophies for the first time ever on this account. And I'm definitely feeling good going into the future. So if you guys have a deck you want me to try out on my ChiefPat2 account, let me know in the comments section below. I know I've been reading a lot of comments in the last couple of episodes since I unlocked the Sparky, and some people are sad that they don't have the Sparky and they can't play the deck that I'm playing. So if I get, into like 2,500 trophies, I'm not going to care so much about losing, and I can try some other decks for you guys. It's just a little bit hard right now because my cards are so underleveled when I'm playing. Honestly, I usually play a lot of level 10s. I didn't play any level 10s today who have like level 8 rares and level 10 commons, but I'll try my best, especially if I don't have anything to lose or any arenas to get demoted to. It makes it really easy for me. So drop a comment in the comment section below, and that is pretty much going to do it for this video. I've got 5,000 gold. I'll do some upgrades either before the next episode or inside of it, just to get some of my cards up to speed. But yeah, that is going to do it. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.